Have you ever had that feeling? You pour your heart and soul into a blog post, you hit that big, shiny publish button, and then crickets. It's such a common story for creators, but you know what? It really doesn't have to be yours. Today, we are going to break down a 9-step blueprint to turn your blog from a quiet corner of the internet into an absolute success story. Okay, let's get into it. Right? This is the big moment. You've done all the hard work of writing, editing, creating. You're expecting fireworks, but that silence that follows can be, well, it can be deafening. It feels like the work should be over, but honestly, it's just getting started. So what exactly is next? And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? Publishing your article is exactly like planting a seed. It's got all this potential, but without water, sunlight, and a little bit of care, or in our case, promotion, it's just not going to grow. I mean, with millions of new articles hitting the internet every single day, just knowing how to promote your work is what separates you from the noise. So how do we start watering that garden? The key is to stop thinking about promotion as a bunch of random scattered actions. It's about building a system, a real engine that creates this powerful, self-sustaining cycle of growth for your blog. Now, this is where it gets really cool. Let's break down what this growth engine actually does. When you promote your content, you bring in new visitors from places like social media. Search engines, like Google, see all this activity and they think, something interesting is happening over here. That can boost your search rankings, which then brings in even more traffic, but this time it's organic. It's this beautiful feedback loop that just keeps on giving. So to get that positive cycle spinning, to get that flywheel going, we're going to walk through a really clear 9-step plan. Think of this as your roadmap, taking you from that lonely publish button all the way to getting real, tangible results. First things first, we have got to build a strong base. These first 3 steps are the absolute foundation that everything else is going to stand on. If you can get these right, all the other stuff becomes so much easier and more effective. Okay, step 1 is a real game changer because it flips the script. Promotion actually starts before you even write a single word. You have to ask yourself, where is my audience actually going to find this? If the answer is Google search, your content has to be a direct, thorough answer to a specific question. But if it's Instagram, it needs to be super visual and easy to scan. Matching the style to the channel is just fundamental. All right, step 2 is all about SEO, search engine optimization. And I know it can sound super technical and scary, but it's really a pretty straightforward process. 1, get inside your audience's head. What problems are they actually trying to solve? 2, use tools like Ahrefs or SEMrush to find the exact words they're typing into Google to find those solutions. And 3, this is important, focus each article on answering one main key phrase perfectly. Step 3 is about using one of the most powerful assets you have, your email list. I mean, think about it. Unlike social media, you own this channel. You can send out an email for every single new post, or maybe you create a weekly digest of your best stuff. You could even weave your articles into your product emails to add extra value. It's such a reliable way to drive traffic, and it's all on your terms. Okay, our foundation is officially in place. Now it is time to amplify our message. This next batch of steps is all about taking that one amazing piece of content and making sure it reaches the absolute widest audience possible. And step 4, honestly, this is where the magic really happens. It's all about repurposing. Just look at this table. One single, well-researched blog post can be transformed into a slick Instagram carousel, a beautiful Pinterest infographic, a bunch of short-form videos for TikTok or Reels, and a deep expert post for LinkedIn. See, you're not creating more work for yourself. You're just squeezing every last drop of value out of the work you've already done. And this says it all. This mindset shifts you from being a creator who feels like they're on a content treadmill to being a really smart content strategist. It is all about working smarter, not harder, to show up on every platform your audience loves. Step 5 is about building authority with something called backlinks. When another reputable website links back to your blog, it's like a massive vote of confidence in Google's eyes. You can earn these by creating original research that people just have to cite, or by proactively reaching out to other writers and suggesting your link where it adds value. Or you can write guest posts for other blogs in your niche. And hey, whatever you do, do not overlook the power of step 6, the comment section. An active discussion at the bottom of your post isn't just nice for building a community, it literally sends a signal to search engines that your page is a living, breathing resource.
So always ask questions in your articles and make sure you reply to comments to keep that conversation and that engagement going strong.
All right, we are on the home stretch. For our final section, we're moving from short-term visibility to long-term credibility. These last 3 steps are all about cementing your blog's reputation as a trusted go-to voice in your field.
So, step 7 is all about teamwork because nobody succeeds in a vacuum, right? Partnering with other creators in your niche is such a fantastic, cost-effective way to get in front of a brand new, super relevant audience. You can write guest posts on their blogs, co-author some ultimate guide together, or even just agree to cross-promote each other's work. It's a total win-win.
Step 8 brings paid advertising into the mix. But, and this is a big but, there's a crucial rule. You have to be strategic. Don't just waste money boosting every post. Instead, look at your analytics, identify your winner articles, the ones that are already getting you sales or email signups, and put your ad budget behind them to amplify what's already working. And finally, step 9. Go where your audience already hangs out. Online communities on Reddit, in Facebook groups, or on Quora are filled with people asking the very questions your blog can answer. But you have to remember the golden rule. Do not spam. Provide value first. Become a known, helpful member of that community long before you ever drop a link to your own stuff. Build trust, then you can share. So there you have it, 9 steps that when you put them all together, prove that this isn't about some magic trick or a single viral post. Successful blog promotion is a consistent system where you combine all these different strategies into one cohesive machine. And that brings us right back to our central idea of the growth engine. When you consistently apply these steps, your blog stops being just a passive collection of articles. It becomes an active, powerful machine that drives traffic, generates leads, and builds your brand day in and day out. So let's make this really actionable. Looking at all 9 of these steps, don't feel overwhelmed, like you have to do everything all at once. Just pick one. Which single step can you implement today, right now, to start turning that key and firing up your blog's growth engine?